Hi, my name is Arjun.
And I'm Nicholas. We're the creators of Runner Runner.
We really hope you enjoyed running about our game just as much as we enjoyed creating it.
This video shows you a little bit about how the game was made, as well as just how it works.
Thanks for letting us participate.
Our first attempt at putting all the components of the game together was in the form of something called Test with Sprites, and it was no more complicated than a Mario figure that moved when you pressed the spacebar. We eventually added on a little bit more to that, where you started to get some sort of features implemented, and this is just testing for a few basic principles of everything with the game. It's pretty simple, obviously, but we were pretty excited because we now had everything that was needed to make a game in there, and we had all the basic elements done. After this point, it was decided that we had enough to get by and make a game and to actually start structuring it properly, and that turned into this, which is pretty simple. Your character just moves along with the spacebar like in previous versions, but as you can probably see, the code here is a lot more structured, and you start to see the beginnings of what the final code would look like. You have similar structures in similar formats. The next big jump in our code was when we finally had enemies and animations, and it was still rather buggy. You couldn't play the game twice, but we did have a couple of key features like collision detection, enemies, and so forth. The core of the game is just right in here. It's very simple. You render the screen, keep track of time, update the game state for the next time, and play music. That's all it is. The meat of the function is within the sub-functions, like you have your collision detection to see when two boxes hit, and the update world function, where you have everything from spawning new enemies to moving the heroes, resetting baddies, the special death screen accompanied with a high score table, which saves to a .mat file using another function that we made called high score read write right here. The other thing we do is just a simple render function. As well, we have an initialization function and functions that interact with the figure window itself, so things like if a key is pressed, what happens if X is clicked, that sort of thing. We're pretty proud of it. As well, it also utilizes a specific class that we made for each element on the screen that's of the box property, which has of the box class with a couple simple properties, an initialization function, as well as different movement codes for each type of box. So whether you're a hero, or you're one that moves in a straight line, or you're one that changes your velocities and that sort of thing. That's the essence of our code. We're pretty proud of it. Not overly complicated, but we think it makes a fun little game.
Hey there, it's Arjun. I'm going to talk about the graphics and the initial concept of the game. We created all the graphics ourselves in an 8-bit image style. Oh my god, I died. The background is very simple. Both the hero and the baddie sprites were made from Microsoft Paint. The initial concepts for the game were a lot more complicated than what we have now. We initially wanted to have two modes, a story mode and a practice mode. The story mode was not just the endless runner. We wanted to have little challenges, game challenges at the checkpoints. The practice mode was just the endless runner to practice up on your skills. Reviews from Roland and Ditya from Kai Kappa Gaming.
They say the most beautiful and elegant games are simple, and this game's pretty simple.
Yeah, this game is really simple. It's really good. It's simple yet not very easy, so everyone can play it.